his helmet back on his head and made his escape, probably thinking the quality were a strange lot indeed. Once he was gone, I threw my poem into the fire and retreated to my room. The shroud thickened and settled, swaddling me layer by layer in a protective cocoon in which I felt nothing. It was a relief, that. This was the first great shock of my life. There would be others, so many others, in the coming months. They would bruise and toughen and soften me all at once. But this first, this greatest, seemed more than I could bear. How could one bear such a thing? A cataclysm that opened the earth beneath you, left you scrabbling for a handhold as you stared into the darkness that was so eager to eat you alive, and wondering, just for a little while, if it would be easier to simply let go and let the void take you. How do you bear the silence that follows the death? I stayed shut away, unable to face a house that was still full of my parents. Beyond my door, Father's aftershave lingered. His artifact collections gathered dust. The seedlings Mother and I had planted were just beginning to sprout. Aunt Eleanor came from London and made all the arrangements so efficiently it was as if she'd been planning for this moment for years. Not even the death of her only sister could shock her into a torpor. Friends came to coddle and care for me, to try to lift me out of my stupor. But I would not lift. I drifted through the funeral service in a somnambulant daze. Afterward, I was parked by the fire in the drawing room to receive the usual platitudes. Such a shame. Such a lovely couple. And in the prime of their lives. And when they thought I couldn't hear, Astra will be quite the catch now, won't she? Appraising eyes roamed the rooms, picking up on the new furnishings, thick pile carpets and streamlined sculptures that spoke of wealth and style and a careless sort of spending. I might still be there, among the curio cabinets and cream velveteen, if not for Father. One fine day in April, Mr. Edgery, our family solicitor, rolled up the drive and informed me that if I didn't make a change to my living standards soon, I wouldn't have a penny to my name by July. "What sort of change do you mean?" I asked, my cottoned-up brain struggling to make sense of the ledgers and papers before me. "Economies, my dear," he answered, leaning back in the chair he'd assigned himself, Father's leather armchair, naturally. "Economies must be made. Serious ones." "Well, I suppose we could do without a housemaid," I suggested. He regarded me across the expanse of Father's desk with a mixture of pity and contempt. "You don't seem to understand," he said, carefully enunciating every word. "The under-gardener too, then?" I offered, though I was loath to lose garden staff. "Perhaps the butler?" Beside me, Aunt El made a mortified noise, quickly strangled with a harsh cough. Edgery closed his eyes as his face steadily reddened. His blood-sausage fingers clenched his lapels. I had the disturbing sense he was trying very hard not to throttle me. He slowly rose, looming over me. "The housemaid must go, and the under-gardener, and the butler, and the house." He snatched a handful of bills and waved it at me. "Don't you understand? You can't afford any of it. Your father lost it all. You have nothing." Those words, "you have nothing," somehow penetrated the cocoon I'd been sheltering in. They tore right through it. Rip! And light and air flooded in, stripping the last comforting threads away and shaking, slapping me awake. Everything was too loud and too bright. The tweeting of the robins in the stone bird bath just outside hammered at my skull, and the brilliant blue of the morning glories stung my eyes. Something began expanding in my chest, ballooning so massively